The Sunveil Jungle was said to glow even without sunlight. Its leaves shimmered like polished jade, waterfalls sang softly as they fell, and fireflies danced through the air all day long. Few travelers ever entered this jungle, for it was protected by ancient magic, and by its most curious guardian. Barbie stepped carefully along a winding vine path, her eyes wide with wonder. She had come to Sunveil Jungle after hearing whispers that its magic was fading. Flowers were blooming dull instead of bright, and animals were slowly leaving their homes. "This place is beautiful," Barbie murmured, touching a glowing fern. "But it feels sad." Just then, snap, rustle, something darted through the trees above her. Before Barbie could react, her bracelet, shimmering with pink crystal light, vanished from her wrist. "Hey!" Barbie looked up. Perched on a thick emerald branch sat a small monkey with soft green-tinted fur, bright amber eyes, and a long curling tail that sparkled like leaves after rain. He held the bracelet proudly and gave a playful chirp. "You must be the thief," Barbie said, trying not to smile. The monkey tilted his head, studying her carefully. Instead of running away, he hopped down and held the bracelet close to his chest, then gently placed it back in Barbie's hand. "Barbie knelt. You didn't mean to steal, did you?" The monkey tapped his heart and made a worried sound. "I'm Barbie," she said kindly. "What's your name?" The monkey puffed his chest and chirped, "Yellow." "Well, Yellow," Barbie smiled. "Why are you so nervous?" Yellow glanced toward the deeper jungle, where the light dimmed and shadows crept between the trees. A low hum echoed, uneasy, broken. Barbie stood slowly. "Something's wrong, isn't it?" Yellow nodded and motioned for her to follow. They traveled through twisting roots and glowing vines until they reached a massive clearing. In the center stood the emerald heart tree, once the brightest tree in all of Sunveil Jungle. But now its leaves drooped, and its glow flickered weakly. At its base lay a cracked crystal embedded in the roots, green light leaking out like mist. "Barbie gasped." "What happened?" Yellow climbed onto the roots and touched the crystal sadly. A deep voice echoed through the clearing. "The emerald core is breaking." Barbie turned to see an ancient jungle guardian. A tall figure made of bark and light, with eyes glowing soft gold. "I am Kaler," he said, "keeper of Sunveil. Without the emerald core, the jungle will lose its magic, and fade forever." Barbie felt her heart tighten. "Can it be fixed?" Kaler nodded slowly. "Yes. But the missing shard must be returned. It was taken by the shadow bloom, dark vines that grow where fear lives." Yellow shivered. Barbie placed a comforting hand on the monkey's back. "We'll get it." Yellow looked up at her, eyes wide. Then he nodded firmly. The journey was dangerous. Shadow vines slithered along the jungle floor. The air grew cold. Glowing flowers dimmed as they passed. At last, they reached a ruined stone temple swallowed by darkness. At its center hovered the missing shard, trapped inside a cocoon of black thorns. Yellow scampered forward, but the ground shook. Shadow vines lashed out, blocking their path. Barbie stepped in front of Yellow. "No one's afraid here," she said bravely. "Not today." She closed her eyes and took a deep breath, thinking of kindness, courage, and friendship. Her bracelet glowed. Light spread across the temple, pushing back the shadows. The vines hissed and loosened their grip. Yellow leapt high, swinging from vine to vine with perfect balance. With one final jump, he grabbed the shard and landed safely beside Barbie. The shadows dissolved. Silence returned. They hurried back to the emerald heart tree. Kaler guided Barbie as she placed the shard back into the cracked crystal. Yellow pressed his tiny hand against it too. The ground pulsed. Light surged upward. Leaves burst into brilliant color. Flowers bloomed instantly. Waterfalls shimmered brighter than ever. The jungle was alive again. Yellow jumped excitedly, spinning and chirping with joy. Kaler smiled. Sunveil Jungle is restored, because of courage, trust, and friendship. Barbie hugged Yellow gently. "You were so brave." Yellow tapped her heart, then his own. "Friends forever." As the sun dipped low, casting golden light through the trees, Barbie prepared to leave. Yellow climbed onto her shoulder, placing a tiny emerald leaf in her hand, a symbol of the jungle's gratitude. "I'll never forget you," Barbie whispered. Yellow watched as she walked away, the jungle glowing warmly behind her. And deep within Sunveil Jungle, the Emerald Monkey Guardian stood proudly, knowing he had found a true friend, and that magic would always return where kindness led the way. Herb Monkey sparkles.